Hello everybody, it's Sephiroth4 for another weekly update. So a few things to talk about today. First of all, I'm going to be streaming once again for Nintendo Project, or doing Zeldathon 3D. Last night I streamed from 10 to 12 p.m. and tonight I think I'm also going to be streaming from 10 to 12 p.m. The link is going to still be in the description, as it always is. I'm doing the Link Between Worlds. The first 2 hours of it was pretty fun, I have to say. It was a good time had by all. Got some donations and stuff, so that's cool. Let's see, what else? I'm sorry that there hasn't been any Diamond Pearl verses on Sephiroth, where Nintendo Project has really, knocked the schedule off, but we have it all recorded now, except for the battle at the end. But we have, all the main part recorded, we have the other Luck Challenge recorded, so it's going to be going up more, when, we think that people have time to watch it, stuff like that. I also have a few other things in the works at the moment, so mysterious. But yeah, and for, so I guess I'll talk about other stuff. But first of all, the thing I got this week was a Totoro plush. I already have the little blue spirit guy and little white spirit guy, but now I actually have a Totoro himself. He has the little bag of seeds thing, and it's so fluffy, but it's big too. It's 9 inches or something, so it's big and squishy, and its eyes are just scary. It's not on drugs, I swear. I tested it. But yeah, so those things are happening, and videos this week are, I don't know what's going to happen with them. Essentially, for the past couple of months, I've been having an increasing amount of back pain, and it's not where I had back pain before, it's in new spots. So the doctors are starting to get concerned, because we're not really sure why exactly I'm getting back pain, and pain medicine isn't particularly helping too much. So we're thinking it's either one of three things. One, it's a reaction to my new medication schedule that we've been doing for a couple months now, which is allowing my hair to grow. Two, it's deconditioning, because I've been bedridden for 2 friggin' years at this point. So that's entirely possible, and it's just been building and building, and the fact that the muscles in my back have not been used for any significant activity for a significant amount of time. The third possibility is something cancer-related, that maybe the tumors in my spine are starting to grow outwards or something. So we have to go figure out what exactly is going on, or what isn't going on anyway. So this coming week, I'm going to be getting a whole bunch of scans. 3 days of scans. MRI, a PET scan, another thing called an MIBG scan. So 3 days in a row, it's going to be so fun. But yeah, so we're going to try to see what exactly is going on, and depending on the results of the scan, we'll have an idea of where to go from here. There's a possibility that I'm going to be getting off my current chemo arrangement and moving on to something else that, from the sound of it, sounds like it's actually going to be easier for me to do stuff with. So we'll have to see. But that's going to be taking up Tuesday night, Wednesday, most of Wednesday, and a good chunk of Thursday as well, the beginnings of Wednesday and Thursday. So I'm going to have to see where videos fall out. Obviously, my health comes first. I'm not going to drive myself nuts, trying to get videos out. What I'm probably going to do is spend the week uploading, because I have one Ni no Kuni left, and that's really going to be tomorrow's Ni no Kuni, and I don't have anything else pre-recorded. I'm probably going to spend the rest of the week uploading the Tales of Wonder from Ni no Kuni, because those only take a few minutes to record, and it's still something. It's actually interesting stuff that adds to the overall plot of the game, so it's not entirely a cop-out, but yeah. Also, last week I put up a video asking people what kind of sequel to a Let's Play they'd like me to do. meaning like a sequel to a game I've Let's Played. Like, I've Let's Played Mario and Luigi, so the sequel to that is Mario and Luigi Partners in Time. Sequel to Paper Mario is Thousand Year Door. The next Katamari game is Beautiful Katamari for the Xbox, I think. Sequel to Evil Land. Evil Land 2 is coming out at the end of this month, so those are all on the list. And the overwhelming amount of people said they wanted to see Mario and Luigi Partners in Time, followed very closely by Paper Mario Thousand Year Door and Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII, which I was really surprised about. If you haven't voted, there's a video a few days ago. You can go vote as a straw poll. You can do multiple votes and stuff, so it's good. You should try it. You should try it. I'm actually surprised how many votes Crisis Core got. I really thought that most people's idea of the game was that it sucked. It doesn't. But yeah, so it's not a definitive thing like, vote for the next Let's Play. It's more of like a gauge the waters thing. So, yeah, but I have an idea. I think I have an idea of what I'm going to be doing for my next Let's Play after Ni no Kuni and Wonderful 101 ends. It's going to be whatever is at the bottom of the list. No. Although I would like to do Wario Land 4. Why did it get so few votes? The hell? Have you guys even played that game? It's fantastic. Oh, something odd, you people. Something odd. But, yeah, so, put you up over here just to block everyone else's. Okay, fine, you don't have to stay up top. Just trying to make friends. Yeah, so this week is going to be fun. Also, I have other projects in the works, as I said. I don't know when I'm going to be continuing with the next Let's Play of Much Games, because, like I said, I'm not going to be recording this week. Although, there's one good thing about scans is that it means that normally this would have been a chemo week for me, so I get another week off. Not that I don't want to further my curing, but chemo really sucks, and I don't look forward to the chemo weeks. So it's always a little bit of a break when I get a break, As for other things, in terms of my mental state, this has been a very, very tough week for me. I am not gonna lie to you guys. I'm starting to go crazy. You're like, Dovey, you've been crazy for a long time. To quote Bruce Banner from the first Avengers movie, how do you stop yourself from getting angry all the time? How do you stop yourself from getting angry? You know what my secret is? I'm always angry. Just replace the word angry with crazy. We're all a bit mad here. You, me. But yeah, so there's just a lot of factors in my life that are completely uncontrollable that I've come to accept. And there are a lot of factors in my life that are completely controllable, but other people just refuse to do anything that I'm still having trouble accepting. I was okay with them for a while, but there's only so far you can humor some people. I'm not talking about you, John. I'm really not. I don't do that. I'm talking about the real life, beyond the door over there with all the people. I guess just a word of advice, kids. If you want people to like you, and this is going to be my only advice for the day, because I don't presume to preach to other people. I just try to give suggestions maybe, but this is me preaching. If you want people to like you and to tolerate you or accept you over a long period of time, you have to be open to criticism. Preferably constructive criticism. The person has to be tactful, but you have to be open to criticism. You can't live your life and just say, I'm right, or whatever I'm doing is justified because insert excuse. You have to be able to, whether you're right or wrong, it doesn't matter. You have to be able to have someone speak to you with their concerns about what you're doing or how you're affecting them and not get angry. Okay? It's really important. Because if you don't give someone the ability to communicate with you, they're just going to go away. They're just going to leave, and you're just going to lose them. And it's something that I see increasingly with certain people that I know, that they just refuse to listen to anything, and then they don't change, and people just leave them, and then they spend time whining and getting mopey about, I have no friends, nobody likes me. It's because if I try to say, hey, maybe you shouldn't eat that because you are on a diet, or if I say, hey, you should maybe be mindful of other people's personal space and not just walk into their room whenever you feel bored, and then you get defensive about it, then that person is just going to get a lock for his door, or they're just going to stop caring about you. Because if someone cares about you enough to try to correct what you're doing is wrong, you shouldn't get angry at them. And this isn't a suggestion. This isn't me saying you should, maybe, if you want, you should try to do this. No, I'm telling you to do something. And like I said, I'm not going to do this very often, but this is something that has been destroying me on the inside with certain relationships that I have with people. And to the point where I've had to start taking anxiety medication, amongst other things. And as the least worst things that I have been considering or have done in this situation, it's taking anxiety medication. To give you a baseline as to where this is leading me. But if you aren't open to other people trying to help you or correct you, and even if they're not trying to help you or correct you, even if they're just being jerks, you still have to be able to listen to something and to have an even head when considering someone else's opinion. Because if the only opinion in the world is your own and everybody else doesn't get one, then you're by yourself, and you're going to stay by yourself, and no one is going to like you. You're just going to make enemies. No matter how much you like other people, if you don't let them help you with anything because you just don't want to listen to them, then they're going to stop liking you. And that's my rant for the day. I spent a great deal of time yesterday unable to look at some people because I just, even with the anxiety medication, I was still revved up. I had to just leave the house. It was crazy. And you know me, I'm not a angry or nasty person. But, when it builds up over several years, you have to respect people's personal space. And you have to be able to listen to what other people are telling you. Even if you don't end up following it, you have to listen to them without just completely disregarding what they say because they're not you. And that's what I gotta say. If you're still here and you're not offended because I'm trying to tell you something and you completely miss the point, there are people that are going to be offended by this and they're going to completely miss the point. That's why this isn't Tumblr. Why'd you say that? I'm joking. I'm not bringing anything else into this. I'm just straight. This is what's been bothering me, and it's something I see a lot, and especially in my own life with people. I consider myself open to other people's criticism and everything, and I try to make myself a better person, and I try to let other people help me become a better person. And that's an important thing to do. It's part of community. Just not the show. It's part of community, and whether it's your family community or your YouTube community or neighborhood community or whatever, you have to be able to listen to other people. It's an important part of being a human and living in society. But yeah, that's it. hopefully you guys were able to tune me out and just look at the adorable alpacas here. I tweeted them at Super Genius, and he thought they were very cool. It's very nice when Super Genius acknowledges the alpacas that I own. It's just cool. Also, he's not watching this, but I want to thank Chugga Conroy. If you're still here, I want to thank Chugga Conroy for co-commentating on the Nintendo Project stream yesterday. Aside from the fact that we probably got a bunch of donations to Child's Play charity because of him, it's just an awesome thing to do. He's a busy guy, and kudos to John for like making that happen, because it's nice to be able to get someone popular involved with this, to either spread the word of the charity stuff or whatever, and it's just a fun time. I'm sorry I missed it, but kudos to John for actually like getting that and being able to co-commentate with him with Ocarina of Time. And I'm gonna look through the stream later, but it's cool stuff. It's cool stuff. So I have a lot of respect for Chugga Conroy, not just because a Let's Player, but just like the person that he is, that I've seen him be over the past few years. Also because he's signed some of the stuff that Christy brought to him at PAX, keep on the wall right over there. It's just cool. I have respect for everybody that signed something for me at PAX at any time, whether they're a big Let's Player, small Let's Player, not a Let's Player. A lot of respect. So to end this off on a happy note, I can't think of anything. Hope you guys have a great week. Honestly, we need happiness in our lives, and I'm sorry if my ranting was not something that helped with that. But it's a good forum for it anyway, because I get to talk and no one gets to stop me. But that's an alpaca in a Scribblenauts hat, and that's an alpaca in an inflatable crown from Loot Crate. I look forward to good news from the scans, because they need it. So this is Sephiroth4 with the weekly update. I'll see you guys next time. Have a great week. Bye-bye.